I wanted to give an update on all the responsive stuff. So I've got 2 more pieces worked out. So now there will be a responsive clash and a responsive blast. And obviously you can use them or not use them. But what I've been chasing after is, now that we have responsive localized lockup, I wanted to also add a responsive clash. And the reason for that is, if you're going to do choreography with someone or just to kind of keep it consistent, now the clash will actually also read the blade angle the same way lockup does. So if you clash with somebody a few times, it'll kind of give you a good way to understand where the lockup is going to be, since this is now responsive. So I'll kind of demonstrate that. So the clash now, based on the blade angle, will change its location. And it's just using the same blade angle information that we would use on lockup. So the location is based on where you angle your blade at the time of clash. And then what that'll translate to is, now when you do the lockup, it'll actually be at the same place. So I'm going to try to hold it at the right angle. But so that's my clash location, and then that's my lockup location. And then as I move, once I've locked up, as I move the blade, that lockup will move with it. So now it'll be a responsive clash to kind of add to that whole mix. And then for blast, just because we had the ability, I've added a responsive blast. So instead of blast being just randomized locations, I've actually set it so that it only happens kind of center blade. But now it also will use the blade angle to locate the blast. So as I change that blade angle, that blast location is actually changing, so it's responding to it. So the parameters on this are a little different from clash, just so you get kind of some variance in it. And again, all the parameters you can set in the style, but now the idea being, give some life to the blaster block. And you can set your parameters or whatever, so that's all there. And then I've spent a ton of time, actually days upon days, getting a lightning block to almost where I want it. So this still doesn't have transitions on it, so I've been messing with transitions. I'm actually going after responsive transitions. So that's the next piece. I've got some of it working, but some of it's a little, might need some help from Fredrik on. So right now, new is responsive clash, responsive blast. Still in the pipeline is responsive transitions. And then this is now the update to lightning block. So I've got the animation worked out, and again, this is responsive. So as you change that blade angle, you can focus it, and then it uses the, oops, I let go. Again. And then you can also turn your hilt for the intensity level. So I'll probably still play with a little more, but the animation's a lot more lively, more lightning-like. And I've got the focusing working pretty well, where if you're blocking sideways, it has a lot more range. And then as you bring that up to kind of focus it, it'll center it in a little more. So that's lightning block. And then you've seen localized lockup, and then we also do have the melt. So on the red blade, it's a little harder to see the difference, but I'll show it. So this also again has the responsive in terms of the brightness and the color for that melt feature. So these are all, everything's working pretty well. Like I said, the responsive transitions still need some work on them. And the rough plan in talking with Fredrik is all this stuff will be coming for OS 4. He's actually got a ton of other stuff he's doing for OS 4. I'm not sure if everybody saw the announcement about the new font, legacy font support. So now you'll be able, in your presets, to actually pick multiple folders, so that as new features like lightning block and melt, which have their own sounds, you can actually put those sounds in one folder and reference them from all your presets, and get those added. That way you don't have to go into every single one of your font folders and change or add those things. So all that stuff is coming with OS 4. There's a lot of other stuff he's working on that I'm going to leave that to him to explain. Plus some new ideas to actually simplify the code related to responsive. So I've been doing kind of my parallel work to get responsive to a point. But he's going to take it to the finish line, and he's going to obviously improve it and make it much more efficient. But just wanted to give an update. So no plans yet on when OS 4 is coming, but it does sound like all this stuff is going to be part of OS 4 when it is available. So hopefully it'll give you all something to think about over the weekend.